Symington, the former governor of Arizona, who in 1997 ridiculed an infamous UFO sighting by thousands of people in his state, and later admitted that he himself saw a craft. But you just did the film.
Yes, I've spoken with a lot of high-ranking military and government officials from several. Yes.
Are they going to show that film in Washington?
No, we're not. This is just to establish the fact that the phenomenon is real and it's happening worldwide.
Many people react with laughter when they hear people talk about UFOs. How do you explain that?
I don't know. I think the unknown is traumatizing to people. I think we do have a built-in DNA of fear.
Staffordshire's had a whole crop of flying saucers. Spots in the sky, lights in the sky, strange things. But the strangest of all was seen one day over this cottage. Mr. and Mrs. Rustenberg were living there, quietly, out in the country. And, well, you just tell me what you saw.
Well, it was one ordinary day. I was waiting for my husband to come home from work, and my two sons went to Seifert to school, and I was getting changed, and I heard this terrific noise. It was just like a giant cauldron of water being poured onto a fire, a shh sort of noise, you know. And my first reaction was, oh, the children. I thought maybe a plane was crashing or something like that. And I slipped my jumper on and went outside to find my two sons lying flat on the ground in the garden in front of the house, shouting, "Mummy, Mummy, there's a flying saucer." Well, naturally, I just said, "Come on, don't be stupid. Come in the house." But felt sort of a strange sensation. Wended my way up the side of the house to where we had a pump where we used to get all our water from, and automatically looked up to see this, all I can describe, this huge Mexican hat. It was stationary, this thing, and it was bright silver in colour, and it had a dome. A dome.
And then it flew away sideways or upwards?
No, I didn't see. I just looked up and it had gone. But I assume it went straight up, because for a short while after in the sky I looked around and I said to my two boys, "Where, can you see anything? Can you see anything?" And they said, "There it is, Mum," and they pointed up, and I watched it. It was just like a little cotton wheel in the sky, and it circled us 3 times. It went round 3 times, and then it just shut off, and that was it. I couldn't move a muscle. I was paralyzed with fear. But now I wouldn't be. Because now, when I look back, you know, I think, what an amazing thing to have happened, and for me to have seen it. It's funny now when I look back, you know, it sounds absolutely ridiculous, but this is the truth. This happened. And that's it. We were ridiculed. It was very embarrassing at the time, and people, they possibly thought, oh, she's a nutter, but you know, who cares? This is something that's happened to me, and I'm a practically minded person, and that's it.
Which do include the Presidential Medal of Freedom nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize and a number of honorary doctorates. And he has some things to say to you this morning, and I would like him to come forward now. Dr. Mitchell.
At Walker Air Force Base. These folks, because they had been shushed and told not to talk about their experience by military authority in those days, and on dire consequence if they did, felt that here in the 70s, many years later, that they didn't want to go to the grave with their story. They wanted to tell somebody reliable. And being a local boy, and having been to the moon, they considered me reliable enough to whisper in my ear their particular story and their association with the Roswell crash, including the family of the undertaker, who provided coffins